Good evening, I'm Brian Roche. Last time, we looked into the cause of my spinal cord injury, the severity of it, and the incredibly small beginnings of my road to recovery. Today, we talk about my recovery efforts being moved across the state and the progress that will be made following a discharge from the ICU. In the days following my surgery to remove an abscess from my spine, there had been faint signs of optimism. A small wiggle of a big toe here, an effort to roll a thigh there. However, both my parents and I knew that something needed to be done.
We weren't quite sure what the next steps were, but we knew it was going to be a long road.
And it was after a session of physical therapy, we found out about the Shepherd Center in Atlanta.
We also had the opportunity to talk with one of the physical therapists, Phoebe, and she shared with us that she had a cousin who was injured and went to Shepherd, and he's walking and doing extraordinarily well. So that confirmed that we were doing the right thing for you.
2 weeks later, I was transferred to Shepherd, only for all three of us to be greeted with a very harsh reality.
And then we pulled into the parking deck there after a long 3+ hour drive. In the parking lot as long as you could see, and all of a sudden everything changed.
It would be on that day that I would be introduced to two women, my physical therapist, Lindsay Mayer, and my occupational therapist, Taylor Mangus. As we met for my evaluation, I laid out that I was hoping to walk again in around 6 weeks.
I gotta ask, is that just one of the most far-fetched things you think you've ever heard someone say who had just gotten out of a hospital bed in over 2 weeks?
We hear that a lot.
Yeah.
It's pretty common around here. You know, people come in, though, with their own timelines. You, though, were very motivated that you really wanted to get back to walking as quick as you can.
Unfortunately, the timeline was a pipe dream. The beginning was rough.
I could tell it was probably one of the worst moments of your life. It seemed like you were dealing with a lot emotionally and physically, and it just seemed like a really tough time for you.
Yeah, it seemed like this is probably, you know, the hardest thing that you've had to go through. I think that you had told us multiple times, you know, this is the most pain you've ever been in. A lot of stuff that you weren't used to, you know, and I know that there's a lot of yelling kind of at the beginning,
Yeah.
you know, even just the thoughts of the physical therapist and the occupational therapist coming in to work with you.
A lot of thoughts, I can't do this.
And for a time, they were right. Every day felt like an obstacle as I continued to feel the most intense pain in my life. But nothing would compare to what became a difficult decision for me and my parents. Due to COVID restrictions at the time, only one of them could stay.
As much as we knew that you would want your mom there, we knew best for you was to have Dad there because Dad understood all the medical issues and could advocate much better for you.
However, it served as a wake-up call that I needed to take ownership of the situation.
I think we've kind of tapped in and found a way to make you push through the pain eventually after lots of hard work.
Yeah, and that pain is something that's hard to get rid of too. You know, I know we try a bunch of different things with you, trying to see if we can try to get that pain down. But you know, it's tough at the beginning.
As the weeks went on, my demeanor and physical state were slowly but surely improving until I took that first big step.
2, 3. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, nice and tall. There you go.
So
Much better.
Okay.
that's it. Bring those hips. Squeeze your butt. Bring your hips.
And to watch the extended cut of the story, you can visit our website, southgatv.com, as we bring you part 3 of The Road to Recovery, only on CBS 44 South Georgia.
Thank you, Brian.